and I'm checking out the viability of it. This was one of the first ones that I did. Started about 2 weeks ago. Haven't really had to do anything with it after about a week of intensive play. The purpose or the practice of the game is to line up these rectangular pieces so they make a full line, and when they do, they drop out of sight and they give you some money. And they award you some money into your account. And there's levels of 200, 300, 400, 500, $777. I don't know why that's an oddball thing, but that's what they do. And 1,000 and 2,000. I stopped playing when I hit the $777 amount because I wanted to try some of the other apps available online that are promoted by these sorts of things. And but this one here, when I started out and I achieved, I'm going to say up to about 500, what they have is they have a position in place where you're in a certain level of in line to cash out what you've earned. Your earnings are significant, $200, $300, $400, $500, $777. That can be a lot of money, and you can achieve that level in the period of time of a week of, I do DoorDash, so I'm sitting in my car anyways playing. But the thing was, when I did achieve the 200, I noticed that their notification was I was basically 9,000th person in line to cash in my $200. Now, I don't know how they sequentially create the level, but they're making their money off of click per actions or click per views of companies that want to advertise. And mostly they're these same game companies, probably some owned by them as well. Imagine a Ponzi scheme. I'm not saying this is a Ponzi scheme, but it's designed pretty much off of that basis, okay? Where the first people to play and generate revenue are probably paid off out of a cash pool of money that is the initial investment of the game creators. And then when those people cash in, they obviously get all excited, tell their friends, tell their family, and get everybody to start playing. Well, once everybody start playing, then the site actually generates revenue from the ads that are clicked on, and that revenue probably is put back in the pockets of the game developers. But if they're smart, some of it goes into the pool to pay the players off with, so that there's more people spreading the word about actually getting paid off, and the game gains more and more popularity, kind of snowballs. And, you know, if you have 10,000 people playing or 100,000 people playing, there's a lot more revenue to be shared amongst the early winners that are waiting in line in the queue to get paid. So I'm not sure that's how all this works, but if I were designing the same sort of thing, and I do affiliate programs where I get paid if somebody clicks on an ad, or I get paid if, like with my Amazon account, my Amazon Associates account, somebody buys something off of a ad that I promote a certain item. So it's like if the money goes into a pool and the company is not extremely greedy, then they pocket a percentage of it and they put the rest into a pool to pay off the early entrants. And that's why I call it a Ponzi type setup, because obviously there come a day when there's a lot of people playing, a lot of people earning money, and not enough new players to cover it. Kind of like American Social Security, to be terribly honest. the same thing happens. If you just have a lot of retirees and less children in the country that are coming up and new to the workforce, then there's less and less people paying into the Social Security program. And the result of that is that eventually the Social Security program runs out of money, which it will one day. Or when the U.S. government borrows money and has debt, and it gets larger and larger debt, and eventually most of the debt, or most of the money going into the national coffers, is paying the interest on the debt, not the principal on the debt. And that's when a country would default, a Social Security system would go bankrupt and not be able to pay retirees, or a game like this would simply pick up its tent and create a new game, and nobody would be the wiser, and a lot of people would be left holding the bag. Anyways, gemstone tetra, like I said, a couple of weeks ago when I was in the queue to get paid, my numbers were 7,000 to 9,000 people ahead of me. Let me show you where we're at now. Here is from Tuesday. And for the $200 payment, as you can see, I'm 165. For the $300 payment, I'm 178 from the head of the line. From the $400 payment, I'm 219 players ahead of me. I stopped taking pictures of that. Now let's show what it was. Let's go to yesterday. And yesterday I was 140, 161, and 192. So it's 140, 161, 192, as opposed to 165. So I've moved up 25 places from there. 161 to 178 is 17, and 219 to 192 is 20, 28, 27 positions. So I'm progressing in the right direction. Now this is last night, and here's today. So I'm still 140. I'm 141 on this one, as opposed to 161. So I bumped up 20 spots there, and 192 down here, and I'm still 192. So the $300 queue pool, I moved up 20 spots. But that's a long way from 9,000 or 7,000. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And we're going to have an answer here within, who knows how long it's going to take, a month to pay me from, it only took me less than a couple of weeks to go from 7,000 to 140. But as you get closer to the head of the line, things are slowing down. As you could see from, a couple of days ago when I was 161, 165 to 140. So that's 25 spots in 2 days. If it was linear, that means that within 6 days I'd be getting paid on the 200. But it also would mean that I'd getting paid on the 300. And I don't think that's likely. I think this is something more like if I have an answer as to whether they're just scamming me or not, that answer will come around the first of the year. And that's just a guess. The thing may have folded its tent and left the country or left the world and have moved on to the stars above, for all we know. But just thought I'd let you know about this game. I'll come on board and show you another game tomorrow, if you would be so kind. Please, I wanted to show you at the bottom. It says, good things come to those who wait. Maybe that's a hint that they want to let you know if you stick around and wait to get paid, eventually you will. And like I said, everybody ain't going to get paid. If you're getting into it now, or if you wait 2 or 3 months to get into it, there's going to come a day when it's just going to be unsustainable to prop this thing up. Anyway, if you would be so kind as to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, It'll help the algorithm and help me continue to do these things. This channel on YouTube is monetized, but to give you an idea, I've had this channel for a number of years, and right now I've got $66 in monetization. I can't get any money out till I hit 100, so I'm going to start concentrating on doing something with it. I've been using it to explain Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world. I was using it to show about my fiance in the Dominican Republic and my condo we're building over there. I've used this for a lot of different things, this channel, but I'm going to concentrate on this format right now, see if it gets some interest, because basically you guys weren't interested in anything I've said, which sounds like one of my ex-wives or my daughter. My granddaughter thinks I'm kind of cool, so that's okay. I've got a 27-year-old daughter who has multiple sclerosis. I've got a 3-year-old granddaughter who is the light of my life. I've got a 25-year-old fiance in the Dominican Republic who is the sweetest damn young lady you'll ever meet. And I intend to move over there next summer when our condo is finished and give her a proper proposal. She's already accepted, and live happily ever after, playing these games online over there, where my Social Security will go a long way, because the Dominican Republic, the minimum wage is 84 cents an hour. And I get American Social Security, so I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day.